My wildly popular True Cost of Ownership series continues. This is where I look at a vehicle's depreciation, resale value, maintenance, repair, and fuel costs, as well as insurance. And this is on the Jeep Wrangler, which will depreciate 35% after 5 years and have a 5-year resale value of 28 grand. This is a top performer for maintaining its value at the 5-year and 7-year mark. For a used vehicle, it's downright impressive on how it's able to hold its resale value. Maybe you own one. People buy Wranglers because they just love driving them on road and off. How much sweeter is it that you can drive a Wrangler for years and still get a relatively good return on your, quote, investment? The Jeep Wrangler remains one of the top picks in the long term. This chart here shows the expected depreciation on a new Wrangler for the next 10 years, and these results are for vehicles in good condition, averaging 12,000 miles per year, assuming a selling price of $43,391 when new. All right, the decision time between new and used. Which would you rather have? If you purchase a used Jeep Wrangler that's 2 years old, then you could save $10,500 compared to buying one new and still have a relatively new model with plenty of useful life remaining. If you plan on keeping your Wrangler for 3 years, then your total cost of depreciation would only be $4,600. What's the best model year to buy? The 2020 is the best model year value. With the 2020, you would only pay, on average, 79% of the price as new, with 92% of the vehicle's useful life remaining. Now, the 2019 and 2018 models are also pretty good and provide a relatively good value. Values based on a lot of different factors, including its price as new, its current price, maintenance costs, which is always something to keep in mind, and remaining years of overall predictable expenses. Insurance on a Jeep Wrangler, you're looking at $1,400 per year, which adds up to just over $7 grand after 5 years of ownership. And these costs are estimates based on national averages for a 40-year-old who has full coverage, good driving record, and good credit. Adjust those. Those will be adjustable based on your demographics, of course. Maintenance and repair costs have nothing to do with your demographics. They will amount to $2,700 after 5 years, as long as you don't have any major damage going off-road. These expenses on the $2,700 figure include scheduled maintenance, normal wear and tear, and expected repairs, excluding any free warranty work performed. If you need to finance your new Wrangler, you're looking at $5,000 in finance cost after 5 years, assuming a 72-month loan with an APR of 4.75% and 20% down. All right, fuel costs. On average, a Jeep Wrangler gets 21 miles per gallon. That works out to $8,600 in fuel prices at the pump after 5 years, or $1,700 a year. And those estimates are based on recently collected national averages for fuel prices, assuming that you drive 12,000 miles, which is 55% city, 45% highway. So those numbers reflect the true cost of owning a Jeep Wrangler, which is never really a bad thing. Welcome to the community of Jeep owners if you do. If you are looking for one and looking for new or used prices in your area, check out quotes.everymandriver.com for the best deals from qualified dealerships in your zip code. Quotes.everymandriver. It's free. Check it out. Here is your ever-shrinking list of manual transmissions available in America for 2022. It gets smaller every year. These are trucks, cars, and crossovers. Let's begin. BMW M3 and M4, Cadillac CT4 and 5V Blackwing, the Camaro and Spark are on there, the Challenger, Ford Mustang, as well as the Bronco. Got a couple of Civics on here, an SI and hatchback, the Veloster N, Elantra N from Hyundai. The Gladiator has a stick, so does the Wrangler, of course. The Kia Forte GT manual, Mini Cooper hardtop and convertible, the Mitsubishi Mirage, as if you'd buy one. There's also the Mirage G4, again, if you're desperate. Nissan Z, Versa, the Porsche 718, 911, a couple of Subarus on here, love that. BRZ, Crosstrek, Impreza, WRX, a couple of Toyotas as well, the Corolla and hatchback, and Tacoma. So Corolla and Corolla hatchback and Tacoma. And then Volkswagen offers the Golf GTI, and the Jetta. That is your list, the only list in America where you'll find vehicles available with a manual transmission. So hang on to it if you have one, because you won't find many more, as each year the list gets smaller and smaller. So these are the top 5 most expensive car parts and problems to repair on your vehicle. Number 5, suspension problems. Your suspension system includes your tires, springs, and shock absorbers. It's designed to help you provide a smooth and safe ride on the road. If your suspension does go out, driving could become a safety hazard. Additionally, broken suspension could easily damage other parts of your cars. Suspension repair costs often come in around $1,500 or more. In some cases, you may only need to replace some small parts of the suspension, which could cost between $200 and $500. For more serious problems, you could easily see a price tag in the thousands. Number 4, airbag replacement. This can be a major financial hit since most car crashes require additional repair work outside of just replacing the airbags. For most cars, the airbag replacement cost is around $1,000 per airbag. If multiple airbags go off, that number could go up pretty fast. Number 3, transmission failure. The transmission transmits power from your engine to your drive shaft, making it a vital component in your vehicle. If it goes out, your car can't drive. Unfortunately, this important component comes with a hefty cost, as they all do. Transmission repair costs generally come in around $1,000. However, in some cases, you need to replace the transmission. Transmission repair costs generally come in at around $1,000. However, in some cases, you'll need to replace the transmission altogether. That's far more expensive. Expect to pay anywhere from $1,500 to $6,000 for a new transmission. Number 2, a dead hybrid battery. I hope this doesn't happen to me since I have a Tesla Model 3. Hybrids are good for lowering your overall gas mileage and carbon footprint, making them a great choice for the eco-conscious. However, these cars typically run on a special battery on top of the standard small 12-volt. If a hybrid battery goes out, you have an expensive problem on your hands. Most hybrid batteries are expected to last between 8 and 10 years. A new hybrid battery costs upwards of $6,000. And by far, the number 1 most expensive thing is engine failure. It is by far the most important component of your car. If it goes out, you may as well not even have a car. That's why engine maintenance is so important. A well-maintained engine can last you close to 200,000 miles. However, if something does go wrong or you fail to take care of it, we all do that every once in a while, it will cost you an arm and a leg. A new engine will cost you between $4,000 and $8,000 on average. This kind of cost may force you to decide whether you're still interested in keeping that car or whether it's time to junk it altogether. As a good follow-up here, when is a good time to sell your damaged vehicle if it gets to that point? Well, a good rule of thumb on when to sell, if the cost of repairing your car is 50% or more of your car's value, it might be time to put it on the market. Of course, you have to factor in other considerations as well, including how long will it take to repair your vehicle, how long can I go without a vehicle, and will I have to pay for a rental while I wait? If you happen to be in the market for a new vehicle, car or truck or SUV, and you want to get the best deals and quotes in your zip code, check out quotes.everymandriver.com. It's a free shopping tool. You type in the make, model, and your zip code, and qualified dealers will pop up on the right side of your screen. Just choose which ones you want to work with, and then you are on your way to getting a great quote in your area. If you don't find what you're looking for, or if dealers don't pop up, just expand your zip code. It's a free service at quotes.everymandriver.com. Odds are your vehicle has a 1% chance of reaching 200,000 miles. Is that disturbing? Does that bother you? If you can get that many miles out of your car, that's a pretty good investment, don't you think? Here are the longest lasting cars to reach 200,000 miles. Maybe yours is on the list. So my friends over at iSeeCars.com did a study and sent it to me this morning, trying to figure out which cars last the longest, which cars best demonstrate longevity and reliability for their drivers. So they analyzed more than or nearly 12 million cars to determine which vehicles are most likely to reach that 200,000 mile mark and beyond. Here are the key findings they discovered. Truck-based SUVs represent the majority of this list that you see here. Toyota's accounted for 6 of the top 10 vehicles, with Land Cruiser and Sequoia dominating the competition. 6th ranked Avalon is the only sedan to make the list. 8th ranked Highlander Hybrid is the only crossover on this list. In addition to the overall longest lasting list, they have a comprehensive study that also examined longest lasting pickup trucks, analysis by brand, and much more. Once you have a chance to review this, you can see the link below and see if some of these vehicles are something you want to look into in the near future. I guess I'm not surprised to see Land Cruiser and Sequoia and even the Suburban and maybe even the Expedition at the top of the list. Really happy to see the 4Runner because I used to own a 4Runner. The reason why I think these vehicles are on the list is because they're large, family haulers and people who make that kind of investment and have a lot of people to carry around want to keep those vehicles as long as possible. My question to you is, how many miles do you have on your vehicle, and what vehicle do you drive that has that many miles? Is it on this list? Should it be on this list? Leave it in the comment section below and do some bragging about how many miles you put on your car. If you have a Land Cruiser, I'm not surprised. But if you have a Toyota Prius, I'm a little bit surprised, in a way. Anyhow, that's it for today. You can find a link to this full study in the description below from iSeeCars.com. See you next time. Adios.
Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time.